In the last video, I told you guys about an indicator called cumulative volume delta. This is a very powerful indicator. I don't recommend using MACD, RSI, all those things. When you're trading smart money concepts, they are completely useless. They are not useful at any point in time, right? So if you're a beginner, go with this indicator, right? So in this video, I'll share another indicator which is very similar to this one, but this is even more aggressive, right? So if you're passive, go with this. If you're aggressive, then you can watch this video till the end. So first, before we discuss about indicators, first let's understand this. Indicators should only be used for executing the trades, not for analyzing the markets. We have market structure for that, not for filtering the order blocks. We have SMC for that. So the indicator should only be used for executing the trades. For example, let's say the market is coming down. You have one order block here, two order block here, three order block here. So you have multiple order blocks in one structure, right? So usually you will get confused on which order block you have to enter the market. That's a common problem many beginners face. So at that point in time, you can use indicators like this, like CVD, or the indicator that I am about to tell in this video. So first, let's discuss about the indicator. It's called volume footprint. This is a type of candle, a candle type that can be used for overlaying in all your candles. So when you zoom in, this is how the indicator looks when you actually use it in the market. You have two values, the delta and the total. So all these values are completely useless, okay? We will only be focusing on this delta values whenever we go for taking entries. Alright, so this is the indicator. Now let's look at where you should use these indicators in the market. Because like I said, indicators suck. They are not useful for analyzing the markets. Only use them for executing your entries. Alright, so first, here in the structure, we apply our indicators in M15. If you are a bit aggressive, you can go with M5, okay? Don't go lower than this, don't go higher than this. If you are a day trader, if you are a swing trader, stick with M15. So whatever is happening here is M15 time frame. Alright, so now if you see here, we get a upside BOS in M15, the market goes up, and then we get an internal BOS, which is right here, a IBOS. So usually after an internal BOS, we take sell entries targeting these two order blocks in this structure, right? So that's the usual drill in smart money concepts. So in this, now we are focusing on this internal structure and we are filtering order blocks in this internal structure. So usually, like I say, there are only two strong order blocks present in every single structure. Be it this structure, be it this structure, be it this structure, there are only two strong order blocks every point in time, all right? So here, we mark the two strongest order blocks in this structure to the left side. So we do that. This is the 50% order block. This has 50% probability of succeeding in going down and breaking this low. This is the 80% order block. This has 80% probability of going down and breaking this low, right? You should know these things. So now the market goes up. So this is where volume footprint comes into play. This is where you should use this. So you're looking to take sell entries here. You can just blindly take sell limits right here like this, targeting this low. You can put two sell limit entries here. Then usually if this order block is about to fail, you get -1, right? If this order block also fails, you get -2. So this is where we use this indicator to avoid this unwanted losses. Okay. So now, when we use this volume profile, if you see here, the delta value is red. So these values come after the printing of this candle completes, after the candle gets closed, only then we get the delta values, okay? So we get a delta value here, we get a delta value here. So when the delta value is red, that means the bears are in control. When the delta value is green, that means the bulls are in control. That should be very self-explanatory, right? So in this volume footprint chart, when the delta value is red, that means when the bears take control, only then you take entry in this order block. So the same goes for this extreme order block. Only when the delta value turns red, you take entry from this candle, right? So that's the only way to use indicators, alright? Don't use this for every point in time because it won't work. The answer is as simple as that. So the same happens here. Once we get a BOS to the downside, the market comes to the 15-minute OBs, two strong OBs, the 50% OB, and this is the extreme OB. So the market comes down, and now you can do the exact same thing you did right here. Wait till the delta value changes from red to green. That's all you have to do. When the value changes, that means the bulls have taken control of the market. Then you can take entry in that candle, right? So that's a textbook example on how to use this. Now we can go for live market examples. This is the live market for today. Let's use the replay tool and let's delete all these things so that you can understand this better. All right. So if you look at the recent price action, the market is in an uptrend. We got a BOS here, a continuation, a pullback, another BOS, a continuation, a pullback, another BOS. And this low was taken by the structure to the right, changing the market from uptrend to downtrend. So let's go ahead and mark that. All right. So this is the structure we are currently dealing with in the market. So the next step is we should mark the valid order blocks. Like I said, there are only two valid order blocks present in any structure. So this is a valid order block and this one is also a valid order block. I'm marking these two because they are the only order block that haven't been mitigated yet before the market broke this low. Every other order block is already mitigated in the structure, right? So these are the two valid order blocks. The market has high probability to mitigate either one of these order blocks, right? So now, how do you know which order block you should enter a trade? Whether it's this order block or whether it's this order block. Let's say in other situations, you have three order blocks. So whether you should enter in this order block, or this order block, right? So this is where confusion actually begins. And this is the exact place where you can use the volume footprint indicator. So I will close the replay tool because the indicator doesn't work on the replay tool, but that's completely fine. Okay. So if you see here, right after breakout structure, the market came down, went up and mitigated our valid order block, which we marked, right? So after mitigating that, the candle gave us a negative delta. If you see, the negative delta is minus 72, the color is red. Obviously the bears are in control of the market. So all these numbers, all these multiple numbers to the right and left, none of these matter. Even the total value doesn't matter. The only value that matters is the delta value. And it's in red color. That means the bears have taken control of the market right after mitigating this order block, right? So obviously this is a strong point of interest where you can place your entries. Now we know that bears have taken control of the market. So we are going to use stop entries. Let's switch back to the normal candle. Let's place our entry here. So that's where we will place our entries, and let's place our stops right here. So usually you should leave some space behind the high of this candle. You can even place your stops on top of this order block. That's completely fine, but this is completely enough. So we can take this stop entry. We place our stops there. Now let's see what happens. If you see, the market has given us a beautiful downward movement. We already got about 2 RR, 1.8 RR here, but since we extended our stop loss, the market gave us even more RR. We got about 3 RR here. So like I said, RR doesn't matter, winning trade doesn't matter, none of those things matter. All you need to know is you can use this indicator before taking an entry. You can use this indicator when you're confused which order block you have to enter in the market, right? We got a negative sign. The delta value is red. That means the bears have taken control of the market. Then obviously you can sell from this candle, right? So guys, that's how you should use this indicator. This is very similar to CVD, which we discussed in the previous video. If you haven't seen that yet, you can check that one out too. All right, so that's it guys. I hope you learned something new. Just don't forget, indicators should only be used for trade execution, right? All right, so I'm wishing you success in your trading journey. Most importantly, I'm wishing you peace. See you soon.